Hi everyone, I'm Oscar Irigoyen and today I'm going to show you how to backup and restore a Salsa server using Linux CentOS 7 into a new server with the same IP address, and we are going to do that file by file. So as prerequisites, you need to maintain compatibility between your original and new server. So in terms of configurations, CPU, memory, no firewall, no antivirus for both. So obviously the IP address is the same, but make sure you have also the different elements like DNS or gateways. And also the Salsa versions must be the same for both servers, and the license on the new server must be active. You need to take into consideration for elements, 2 folders and 2 files. The folders are in green here and the files in blue. So I have an example for you over here with some Linux commands. So basically you need to create a place to backup your different folders and files, and finally zip them to transfer all the information to the new server. Don't forget to turn down your original server before you power on the new server, because probably they are going to be in the same LAN and they have the same IP address. To restore the new server, so are the same paths, the same folders and files, but you will replace the new ones in your new server for the original ones. First thing, so you need to stop the services of Salsa, because the new server is going to be now power on, and make sure you have the license for ISUs. And then I'm going to download the zip file that I previously upload from my email. I'm going to do that using my Gmail account, and you can after unzip the Salsa backup, all the folders and files, and put them in the corresponding paths. So make sure also that they have the correct ownerships for the folders and files. And after that, you can restart your server, and your server should be up and running with the original type of configurations. Let us mention some properties of the folders and files that we are going to back up and restore. So the first one is the domains folder, and we have 3 important elements. So this file, which is the active IP uniconf, which has the different IP addresses of your reporting system, including servers like the IV server, Portal SE, and Vistamart. This other file, active IP mconf, has all the configurations related to appliances, applications, subnets, application groups, quality of service profiles for each of the domains that are present in the server. If you have a multi-tenant license, so you can have different domains, and so you will have n of this kind of files. This other file, IPMPG data, is associated to SSL and security configurations. So things like SSL server and in the security configurations, internet access, or VPN configurations. The Ipanema folder is going to have all the authentication information for your users, groups, and passwords. so that allows you to manage the different domains. The IPM domains conf is going to have a list of active domains that is created when you active each of the new domains. So it allows you to have the domains up and running when you have a Salsa portal on your web browser. And finally, you have the ipboss.properties file that is going to have the credentials to use the PostgreSQL database that allows to have all the dashboards in your Salsa portal. Good. With this context, we can now do brief demonstration. So I have a server here called Salsa 52. It is called like this because it uses in the latest octet of its IP the number 52. So what I'm going to do is see what is the current configuration of the Salsa server. So I have some information over here in my dashboards. So there are some information from a previous time when it was running, and I have some configurations including appliances, so a 4AX and a Nano. I have also an SSL optimization tiny configuration, but it's important here, Microsoft.com SSL server. It is manually configured, and I have also an internet access associated to the 4AX box. So you need, you will have all this information if your backup is done correctly, and it will we will see that it will happen. In the new server, we are going to have all these configurations when you restore your backup. Good. So what I need to do now is to back up all the files. So I'm going to use a terminal with sudo permissions, and I have a script here with the different Linux commands that allow me to simplify the demonstration. All these commands are already tested, so I have that I create firstly my temporary backup space, and I'm going to copy all the folders and files in this place and do a zip. So I'm going to just copy and paste those commands on my terminal. And I'm going to have my zip file at the end. Okay, let us see if I have my zip here. And yes, I have it. So the Salsa Backup zip is over here. And what I need to do now is to transfer it to the other server, and I'm going to use for that um, the Gmail. So I have here my, I have another browser here. I can get access via Gmail. So I'm going to compose an email. I'm going to send it to me. And let us look for the zip file over here, Salsa Backup. Okay, and send it. Correct. So I can now turn down the server because I have my backup already. The new server is called Salsa 52 clone. Let us verify that the server, the Salsa server, is running with the correct license and with no configurations. And we have the server with no configurations. The license is already active. And then we are going to transfer or backup or zip backup. But before that, let us stop the Salsa services. For that, I need a terminal, sudo permissions, and system ctl stop salsa. I'm going to log in to the Gmail again. This is the new server. And let us download this. So save file, and that's it. Okay. Let us verify we have the zip. And that's correct. We have the salsa zip over here. So I have also my script here. And again, it is already tested. So let us copy and paste. I need firstly to change from the downloads folder my zip file to a temporary place and unzip it on the temporary place. So Oh yes, there is a small problem here. Let me correct that. Okay. And verifying. So let us see if yes, we have Salsa zip over here, and it's the latest version. Yeah. Okay. Now let us unzip the folder, and I'm going to have the backup folder. So let me go to cd backup, which is the new one, and ls, and yes, I have here my folders. They have different dates because they were modified on this date. Okay, good. Let us now copy them in the correct places and change the different ownership. Okay, so let us start copying the files and folders. I'm going to copy and paste that. And probably it is fine. I copied this line, so I need the other 3 lines to change the different ownerships. So let us verify the first one. Let us see if the ownership is correct. So cd, I'm going to do lsl, and yes, I have here the original domains with Infovista as the correct ownership. Let us verify another one. For instance, this. And correct. I have all the files with the correct ownerships. Okay, so now we need to simply restart the server and see the results. Now I'm going to restart the server. Good. I'm going to use my Firefox browser and see the result with the local IP. Okay, and I have my first and second domain. So if I go to the domain that I configured, so firstly, let us see if we have the Postgre database. Yeah, perfect. And the configuration. So I have my appliances for AX and Nano. And I have here the SSL server and the internet access that I configured. Perfect. All the information has been restored correctly. Okay, great. If you need the comments I use for this example, you can find them in the YouTube section of comments and information, and you will have a link for the presentation, and you can also get those comments. Thank you very much and have a great day.